Hello, welcome to BIM Legal Advisory Services, your partner in growing your business. Are you currently negotiating contract legal terms with municipalities? Are you an entrepreneur that works in the tender space that is currently looking for legal representation in this regard? I'm about to give you 7 tips of what to look out for, especially when contracting with municipalities. Here we go. So, municipal procurement is governed by the Municipal Finance Management Act of South Africa, and it needs to be in line with Section 217 of the South African Constitution. Now, that sounds like a lot of legalese for an entrepreneur, but don't worry. As an entrepreneur, I need you to ensure that the tender process was lawfully conducted. You can do that by confirming that there is a valid contract signed by municipal representatives, verify that the contract is within the municipal's budget and procurement policies. Here's a tip. A legally sound contract with a municipality must be compliant with both internal municipal policies as well as public procurement finance legislation. So please look out for that. Tip number 2. You need to check for authorization and delegation. What I mean by that is municipal officials often work outside of the scope of power, right? Rendering contracts unfortunately unenforceable. So you need to request proof of authority or delegated power by confirming that the contract has been approved with the correct municipal decision-making party. At BIM Legal Advisory, we help individual entrepreneurs as well as corporates vet contracts and verify compliance with authorization protocols to ensure that legal enforceability of their contracts from the outset. Tip number 2 is to verify or review the payment terms correctly and carefully. Delayed payments can often stifle an entrepreneur in terms of moving forward. So making sure that you include detailed payment timelines and late payment interest clauses is very important when negotiating with municipalities. Also monitor payment cycles and act quickly if there is a payment delay. At BIM Legal Advisory, we assist our clients with drafting payment terms that are and advice that meet the legal requirements and also guard against non-payment or late payment of services. Tip number 4 is to be careful of scope creep. So do not take an official's word for it in terms of how you progress moving forward or how you change the direction of the project. Make sure that you clearly define the scope of work within the contract and make sure that any additional work that is required of you is drafted within a separate annexure or statement of work, and make sure that you keep all records of those annexures and variations to the original contract. And then tip number 5, stay compliant with BEE content compliance. So make sure that you keep your BEE certificate. Make sure that you keep your BEE certificate up to date and properly submitted. Keep your records to support your claims during the tender adjudication. That is important. A realistic delivery plan for any local content requirements is important. At BIM Legal Advisory, we assist entrepreneurs in structuring their bids and business models to meet compliance expectations while remaining commercially viable. The next tip, which is tip 6, is one that I'm going to repeat, which is maintain proper documentation. When entering any form of a dispute or a disagreement, make sure that you have the proper contracting, the proper annexures, as well as details to support your claims, whether it's communications from the municipal authorities or just general instructions and correspondences, delivery notes, you name it. Make sure you keep proper records of exactly what transpired during the project. Last but not least, the final tip is to mitigate legal risk from day one. You can do this by making sure that the legal due diligence is critical before signing the municipal contract. So do the necessary, request the delegation of authority, request the resolution of the municipal meeting that approved the tender in the first place. BIM Legal Advisory Services offers tailor-made legal support for entrepreneurs, individuals, as well as corporates, from the bid stage to the execution stage to the post-performance issues phase. So wherever in the life cycle of the tender you are in, BIM Legal Advisory Services can be able to assist. Tendering offers can bring about big opportunities and potential. However, the stakes are high. You are dealing with the municipality, you're dealing with government, so therefore your ducks need to be in a row. Reach out to us at BIM Legal Advisory Services for any of your legal and compliance needs. Thank you.